I feel like the preacher at church who says, y'all, this is my favorite scripture or passage. I say that about all our episodes now. And I'm like, you said that last week, but I think this is a really good one. I think this is an important episode because we are talking about how long does your skincare and makeup last? And that's actually really important because you don't want to be putting on expired things onto your skin. It goes into your body.
Do you know, speaking of expired, it was my vitamin C because, we try out products. Remember a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the vitamin C, and if it expires, it oxidizes and it turns brown.
Yes.
That's what's important. The vitamin C's that are really good, they're going to be expensive, but because they're stabilized, well, we've gotten a product. I'm not going to name the brand of it because we're not going to promote it. But I was like, they just sent it to me. It was already brown.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. So I was like, trash.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
They sent you an expired product.
No. When it came, it wasn't expired, but I only used it for a couple of weeks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it opened it up and it was completely brown. And I was like, wow.
But that's what I'm saying. It was more towards the expiration date because it shouldn't have been.
Right.
That's why
I was like, used it.
And did you keep it sealed properly?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was older.
So I was like, we had just talked about it and here it is happening.
Oh man, I went like now I know. Okay, at lunchtime we're having a skincare chat. Guess what, guys? Okay, I'm gonna try this because I want to see if you're interested in this. I'm excited to share this. So I'm gonna give you one skincare tip or beauty tip, and this is the thing: it's exclusive just to our newsletters. So you have to subscribe to our newsletters to get this tip. So all you have to do is so easy to subscribe. You literally just go to lindseyholder.com. That's Lindsey with an E, and you will see a little boop boop pop up, and you just put in your first name and email. I'm going to give you a clue for the skincare tip that I'm going to add into the newsletter this week. This one is about breakouts. This one thing people often overlook, and it can make a big difference. Okay, that's the clue.
I'm so excited. It's a good one. And by the way, I'm going to give you a little pizzazz that I did for the newsletter.
Pizzazz. Okay.
Yeah. Because
give me some pizzazz, sis.
I did because
skin zazz.
I added it with Wizard of Oz twist.
What?
Yeah. See, you don't know.
I don't even know. Okay. I don't even know.
Yay! I loved it. It was fun. It was fun to create.
I want to read our own newsletter.
I know.
Ashley actually puts on the back end, like the newsletters together. So when you see those fun little GIFs that crack me up, by the way, because Ashley's sense of humor, sometimes I'm like, that GIF is not appropriate. But she does all.
I've had to change them a couple times. Lindsay's like, that you went too far.
You went too far. And I don't,
One of them had like the Muppets on it. Lindsay was like, this does not relate to our audience. I'm like, but it's no.
Or probably Dexter or something.
Yeah, I know.
You love Dexter.
I did love Dexter.
I never watched
Michael C. Hall. And I fought for that one. I go, no, it fits perfectly. I'm keeping it.
No, we're not. Where's the Beyonce one? Let's put that one, or the J-Lo. Put that one back in. Anyway, the newsletters Ashley does they're really cute and fun. She has witty banter. So that's all her. Just so you know, she does an excellent job on that. So I'm excited to see the Wizard of Oz. However, I do think I need to prove it based on our previous comment.
Is it funny? Somebody signs up for the newsletter. Was it the Wizard of Oz or was it the skin tip?
Yeah. I know. Now we don't know. But anyway, that's going to be in the newsletter that corresponds with this podcast. So make sure to join lindseyholder.com. We'll see how it goes. And if it goes well, then I'll add another tip for the next one. So that's fun. Now let's tackle. Okay. I'm excited to go. My brain's like going all over the place because we have a lot to cover today because it's like expiration dates, organizing how we do everything. So let's framework this.
Tweezers, eyeliner cleanup.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do tweezers. Sorry. Excellent. What I did was I had to really just like focus because there's so much information here, and you probably think, oh, this can be done in like 2 seconds. No, you know me, I'm very detailed, and you're going to find some fun stuff. So I had to even take out stuff. I'm like, to put that in another podcast episode. Do you know what I'm saying? So
wow.
Yeah. So anyway, what we're going to do today is we are going to organize our skincare and makeup, and we're going to edit it and do the expiration date. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. First, I bet you haven't thrown out your makeup or replaced your tools or skincare in a long time.
Duh.
And you're not really, you're really,
Who does that?
Some people do. I feel like it's it's the beginning of the year. So it's the perfect time. But really knowing a guideline on the expiration date and how to organize everything with some other tips will really help you structure your skincare makeup. But it's also going to make you feel lighter, fresher. You're going to feel organized in the morning, and it's going to help you in the long run get your routines done faster because you're going to have less stuff, and it's going to save you money in the end. Because once I tell you all of this, I'll tell you how to save money towards the end. You're going to, because there's one thing that it's pretty easy. You'll know what I mean. I can't tell you right now though.
Oh, really? You just
that's called a hook. I'm hooking you to the end.
I think you're getting me back because I wouldn't tell you which vitamin C it is. You're like, well, I'm not telling you either.
Yeah.
Ashley.
So after this, I have to look at the Wizard of Oz. I almost said Muppets. And then I want your
Muppets,
the vitamin C.
People are definitely they're going to like this. I got to just see what Ashley's doing.
Yeah. My gosh. All right. So let's tackle that skin and beauty cabinet and drawers, whatever you have going on, and we'll make some edits. So here's some steps. First, get a few bins and take everything out. So instead of like editing them inside the bins or whatever, I want you to take everything out. It's honestly just easier this way. Just think of it like we're cleaning out the pantry. You're cleaning out the fridge, you're cleaning out the pantry. You don't just do one item.
That's
you
so
have
funny
to take it.
I literally do what you just said not to do. I edit like within the bin, take one thing out, and it's a pain in the butt. So,
no, I've tried that before and I
work.
Get better results when I dump everything out, and then you're committed. You have to face all that crap that you just pulled out. Then you've seen the mess you got to clean up. And you get your trash bag out. You got it.
Is
you're
this
committed.
The Montessori way, Lindsay?
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with Montessori right now. Yes, and everything goes in
the Montessori
proper
way with your makeup and skincare.
Oh my gosh, they need that. I love that. Everything has its happy home. So get your bins out, and it's not an easy feat to get all that stuff out because I have a lot of products. Remember, I do research for a living, so I get sent stuff left and right, and I can't even use it all. I need to just I try it, but then I have to give it away because I literally can't use them, all of the products.
And you don't want to use
so much.
But you don't want to use all of them. Some of the products.
Oh, some of them, a lot of them don't make the cut. I'm like, no thanks. Yeah, no. But what you're going to really do by doing this, you're going to see what products you truly have. You're going to be able to sort them easily. You're going to see their expiration. Then you're going to be able to put them back in their proper category because I know they are, all over the place. For some people, if you're not organized or like mixed in with everything. So put them in their category, and then we are going to clean them. Yeah, we're going to clean them before we put them back. We're going to do that. So we're going to do. Now, this part we feel good once done. What you want to do, you've already pulled everything out in the bin. Then I want you to get a natural cleaner, and I want you to wipe down the area. I know that sounds pretty silly, but I want you to do that because you want to sanitize the area. I like either using Dr. Bronner's or white vinegar or Branch Basics to clean areas. Those are my 3 go-tos. I'm really into, if you don't have one of these, I love it. Ashley, I got a Dupre steamer, and it has an attachment, and you don't even need to use anything. You literally turn it on, fill the steamer up with water. You put the attachment in, it has it's so cute. It has like this micro attachment. And for all your drawers and everything around the bathroom, you literally just it's very therapeutic. You hit the button and it sanitizes everything. It cleans everything. It's wonderful.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just with water. So I actually had my cleaner switch to, I talked to her this last time. I said, I got this steamer. When she comes over, she doesn't even really get out products now. She steams everything.
And that kills all the stuff?
That kills all the stuff.
Are you serious?
It's actually the best thing. And it's all natural. There's no chemicals.
She cleans your shower that way?
Yep. It's pretty much free because it's just water.
Wow.
I get 1 glass thing of water. It's like one of those. I think it's equal to 5 cups. Put it in there. It warms up for 8 minutes. This is the Dupre steamer.
Wow.
Yeah. I found it off TikTok.
That's so awesome because I hate cleaning my shower.
Yeah. The lady was cleaning everything with a steamer. She really said, I'm a sucker for marketing. And I was like, let me look into this, see if it works. 100% works.
Wow.
And all the attachments. So I had her steam my carpets.
Wow.
It's so your carpets are sanitized. She did my floors. So there's no chemicals. She did all the counters, everything. She just took the steamer around. It was flipping awesome. No, she vacuums first.
Yeah.
But then she cleans it. So in the bathroom, in your shower and everything, she puts on the attachment.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a couple little attachments. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's so much easier. And it just does everything. So it's called the Dupray. I think it's called Dupray, Dupray steamer. And you can easily clean out any drawers and cabinets with that. I just think that's pretty cool. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to edit everything. So, but first we go through.
I'll put all of these special items in the show notes.
Yeah.
For everybody,
Yeah.
so
they're in the show notes.
Find them.
Yeah. And there'll be a link to where all the products are if you want, because you don't have to try to find them and Google them to death. We got them all that done for you. Meaning me. I went through and I found all the special stuff and I painstakingly found the URLs, put in there.
Lindsay did that. You know why? Because the last podcast, which was an incredible one.
Sorry about that.
How to take care of your skin and yourself when you're sick. Y'all, 2 days. I had 2 full days.
Sorry about that, Ash.
It took me to go find all the links and get them.
It was a lot.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, you got to do this one.
It's an intense protocol, but I'm telling you, it'll be good.
But I mean, that was like a book.
It
on
was
air.
I know.
I mean, I was impressed with that one. So good job.
Thank you. You know how they have people have pros and cons about this stuff. It's a pro and a con. It's a combo. It's a pro-con. And my pro-con.
Oh my word. That's not going to take.
Is I tend to overdo it.
Yeah.
Let me go deep and then deep and then deep. And then you're like, okay, it's a book.
Yeah, it was. But there were so many fantastic things in there that it really was great. And I will say, this is from the Sick podcast. The biggest takeaway was that portable nebulizer.
How to take care of your skin
game changer
while you're sick.
Yeah.
That's what you're referring to.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to get off subject, but it was just so good that if you missed it, go back.
So what you want to do is, I don't want you to spend the time to look at all the expiration dates first, because if you think it's yucky or you can physically see, or you're like, it is, go ahead and toss it. That way you're saving time doing that. So just actually also look and see, what are you wearing? What are you doing? I found some colors that I was not really wearing anymore. Like this random. What are you
talking about? Like lipsticks?
Everything. Blushes, okay. Eyeliners, lipsticks.
Okay.
There's some colors that you got. Like I got this teal eyeliner. I'm like,
I was about to say, you have so many eyeliners.
I'm not using
you
that.
have like 60.
Yeah. And so I need to edit that because
when I come over, it's really just so hard for me to find my eyeliner of yours that I like to use.
So I'm not going to use that teal eyeliner. So I even thought about that.
Please
I'm pulling. Yeah,
I don't want you to use it.
I'm pulling that out. Why did I get that? Well, sometimes you're just in the store. You're just like, oh, this looks fun. I'm going to
fad too. You know, how
maybe it was a fad.
Fads,
but I'm going to mix up my look.
Yeah. And then,
So anyway, I found by going through this process some colors. And so I'm going to take that teal out and I'm going to do that. There's also ones just looking at it, this is really old. Like, it in your heart. You're like, this was 10 years ago. This is old. Just toss up. I'm going to tell you right now, we haven't gone to the dates. It didn't make the cut.
We haven't gone to the what?
The expiration dates yet, but 10 years, 5 years, that didn't make the cut. So just toss that puppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think sometimes we hold on to stuff for like sentimental reason, or like we have a memory with it, especially with a lipstick. I will hold on to something. I'll be like this. Oh, but I remember that. There was this lotion that I held on to. No joke, y'all. 10 years.
Oh my.
Let me tell you something. And I even saved it. Like I purposely didn't use it all because every time I opened, of course it was filled with fragrance because this was
our old us.
Oh my gosh, my California one. And I opened it up because every time I opened it up, it reminded me of when I went on auditions. And it smelled like that excitement and possibilities.
Was it cherry blossom?
No. It was this, and I found it in California. So it reminds me of my California days.
Okay.
And it was at this store and it had this tropical scent. And it was just magic.
It was just which one, because I know most of your lotions.
It was just magic.
Ashley used to be an actress, by the way, like theater, stuff like that. So she used to do theater.
Yeah.
California days. So if there's things that are not expired and we're going to look at the expiration date, then you can put them in a pile for somebody and you can donate those to somebody who would think, oh, I think that, my friend Sarah would really like that. And she would like that teal eyeliner because she's, fun like that. So maybe you could do that. So look through your foundations, your blush, your lip colors, nail polishes. I have a lot of that. So what I did was I donated a bunch of nail polishes. I had like so many because, as you know, I owned a spa. So I had like so many. And take a look. And if you see if they're like old, toss those. So your pile at this point should have decreased. If it's not, we got a problem here. We got a hoarding problem or maybe a sentimental problem. And also if it doesn't spark joy, I love that, then get rid of it. Like, you're holding on to this color. Why are you holding on to this color? color? Does it spark joy or no? Does it not spark joy? And then, but I will, when you said there's sentimental reasons or you're thinking I'm going to use it, sometimes I haven't, this is so silly, but I'll have an envision like, I'm going to wear that orange lipstick. I have my whole outfit planned in my head and and then it just like never happens.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's too hard.
It's too hard.
Cause you're like, I don't want to wear that certain outfit ever.
I don't want to wear that. I don't fit into it or this, it's not appropriate for this occasion. And I'm just going to look like an orange and it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So I just need it. And then I put on my same one that I go to. So like that same, like these black leggings that I have on, dang, I should just have this only thing in my wardrobe. Like,
no, I actually do have like 30 pairs of black leggings and I just wear it.
It's just easy because we're in a hurry. Next is pretty simple. We're going to go through the expiration dates for skincare and makeup. Skincare, this one is pretty easy. It's very simple. If it's unopened, perhaps 2 years. That's all you got, really.
If it's unopened?
If it's unopened.
Oh, wow. Unopened is 2 years. Okay.
If opened, then typically a year. Typically a year.
Okay.
Look on the label, maybe a year and a half. The exception is organic skincare. They are very sensitive. So those are between 6 to 12 months typically.
So that brings me to this point.
I don't know.
But let me tell you something.
15 months, actually.
I wonder if other people are like me. Like there's that certain skincare product that's like super expensive. Is your favorite? And I'm like this, ooh, I just use just a dab because I want to save it. And then it's like, no, we shouldn't be saving it.
This is what I have to say to you about that.
Okay.
You should be using it in an appropriate amount of time that tells me A, you slacked off from using it, or B, it tells me you've got too many products.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because you should have used that within a year.
Right.
Which one are we talking about?
Again,
is this off the air too?
God,
I've got like a list to ask you off the air. Secret Skin Chronicles podcast episode. We need a, hey, what was that? Why can't we say that? So that tells me what you do have a lot of products because we get sent a lot of things. But if that's your favorite, then use that up.
All right, I'll tell you what it is.
What is it?
All right. It's because I love it and it's special. It's the Bloom Effects Tulip one, you know, the spicy one.
Yeah, the spicy one.
But it comes all the way from Amsterdam, you know, and it's like expensive. So it's like, I love it. And I'm like this, ooh, I want to say this for that special night.
So this is therapy session. So why don't you feel like you can use that every other night or when you need it? Why? This is also with your other stuff. Why are you holding on to that lotion for those special times? Why are you not special every day? Like why?
Right. That's a thing that a lot of people do that with like certain outfits or certain stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people, I'll do the same thing with my outfits. I'm like this. Oh, that's my favorite thing.
Favorite one.
Nope. I just want to save it. I don't know.
Because there's more available.
Right.
There's an abundance. And it's funny. I'm the complete opposite. I'm an abundance mindset. I'm like, oh, I'll just get 5 more. So I'm actually the opposite.
And that's
what I
great.
need.
And I'm learning. I'm learning for that. But I mean,
it's great to a point because I get too much.
Oh, I see. So we've got to find a balance.
Yeah. I'll stock up on 5 of them. And in my podcast here, our podcast, I'm going to say, don't stock up on 5 of them. Like just do one. But I have that opposite. I can find anything in any store. You take me to a hardware store and I'm like,
no, it's true.
I find leggings in CVS.
I
have a problem.
Crazy.
So we are like on the opposite spectrum.
It's actually kind of fun to watch you go into like a hardware store or CVS and be like, this, what are you going to get? Are you going to get a stuffed bear?
Yeah. I can't go.
And then Lindsay will find something cute. I'm like this, freaking kidding me? I want one too.
And it's very hard for me. For instance, here's just an example. Yeah, we're going to get back to the show. Okay. But like, for instance, here's an example. And I'm just curious if you would have done this too. So I was getting links for these organizational bins at Target that I'm going to tell you about later in the show. And I got pulled in by Target because they had their Valentine's Day shop up.
Oh yeah.
So I went to the Valentine's Day shop and I started adding stuff to the shop.
Oh, I do that too.
Okay. So you would have done that.
Oh yeah,
and then,
totally.
And then I go, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be doing the podcast notes for the, you know what I'm saying?
And then I have to hurry up and click add to cart and buy it because I know that Target or wherever stuff doesn't like, it sells out.
Yeah. It sells out. Like they're one available. Okay. So that makes me feel a little bit better. So anyway,
too.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page with all this stuff. So skincare is pretty simple. They say 6 to 12 months. I typically say the reason why I say a little bit longer is because I spoke to a lot of skincare reps who were the representative of different brands. And if it's not organic, there are obviously preservatives and stuff. So they usually said 15 months and sometimes 18.
Okay.
So for that, just look on with the expiration. Now, organic skincare, I'm definitely going to, especially with the ones that don't have too many preservatives, you really got to watch those. So 6 months, definitely, probably a year, maybe a few months after. So just keep in mind for that. Now for skincare, you should see a little stamp on each product packaging that tells you its expiration date. This is called a PAO logo. Do you know what that stands for?
No.
Period after opening.
Oh.
Isn't it funny? That's like after you find out what it stands for, you're like, oh, okay. Period after opening.
I was like, oh.
You're like, nah.
Yeah.
And it is used within a written number of months or years that the product is good after opening. It's got a cute little symbol. It looks like a little open jar. So it'll like have M6. That means month 6.
Oh, that's what that
M12,
means.
month 12.
Shut up.
Yep.
I cannot believe that. I'm like, the 4 numbers and it's like, it means month.
It means month. I did want month. I wanted to tell you that same thing with cosmetics and makeup. There's usually M beside it for your expiration date. It's like a hashtag M, and that'll tell you for that. Now, this is interesting. The FDA does not require manufacturers to place an expiration date on cosmetic products.
Really?
Does not require it. I thought that was, you have to monitor that yourself. A lot of them have it.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty interesting. What if you could wake up every day being truly happy with your skin? What if you could shake off outdated skincare beliefs and use your new knowledge to change the look of your skin? Well, I am excited to share that I'm going to show you the way in my free upcoming live class, 7 Hacks to Instantly Improve Your Skin. In this live class, I share my 7 skincare hacks that I taught to over 10,000 of my facial clients as an esthetician of 15 years. And I'm going to teach and share with you these same methods. I give you very actionable and easy steps that enable you to begin to change your skin to its healthiest version. This free live class is my gift to you. So if you feel stuck, frustrated with your current skin, then let this master esthetician help you. You will get to learn from me as I am holding this class live and in person. You are going to want to go to the link in the podcast episode description to sign up. So I invite you on the journey of how to have your healthiest skin, and I can't wait to see you live in my free class of 7 hacks to instantly improve your skin. Class is filling up, so I invite you to join today before it closes by clicking on the link in the description. So now we're going to switch to cosmetics. This is also interesting. Do you know what cosmetic means? Like where it's derived from?
No.
It is derived from the Greek word cosmen, which implies adornment.
Oh.
See how I kind of go like deep and then deeper? Yeah. Because otherwise I could say, hi, touch your skincare out in a year and your makeup in out like 15 months. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like let's go adornment. We are going to.
I wonder with our accents, because we have a lot of international listeners, if they're going to have to look up the word, because they're like, what? That's not how you say it. Because we're like adornment.
Listen, my pronunciation ain't that great, but I do the best I can. So with your cosmetics, let's go through that because there's actually, it's different than skincare.
Okay.
And our cosmetics, we have more products. So eyeliners, for example, you've got your liquid eyeliners and you have your dry eyeliners, right? Okay. So for a liquid eyeliner, it's from 3 to 6 months. Cause remember it's liquid.
Oh,
so it's a little bit.
That's short.
It's short. Yes.
And
gel,
it's around your eyes.
Now that's what I'm saying. Gel is a little bit longer. So I'm getting rid of that teal eyeliner that we're talking about. Gel is a little bit longer. It's 6 to 12 months. If your eyeliner is starting to dry out, toss it.
Okay.
So that's a good, just natural, I don't have to think about it, indicator of this is drying out. It's getting expired. You need to just toss it and get another one.
Okay.
It also lets me know, hey, I don't need like all these eyeliners. I need just a couple of staples. Yeah. Like, I'm more brown than black. Or which color are you?
I'm brown.
Yeah, I'm more brown. A brown. And then I have hazel eyes, so I do like a pop of purple.
I was about to say, you look really good purple.
I know that sounds crazy, but this purple looks good on
lavender.
Oh, it's a lavender. Yeah, purple sounds too strong. It's a light lavender. It looks pretty. It looks really pretty. So if you do have hazel eyes, a green or a lavender looks real good, y'all.
It really does.
It looks. Yeah. Lipstick. Lipstick has a little bit longer of a shelf life. It's usually good for 1 to 2 years. Now, if you're a lipstick hoarder like I am, like my orange lipstick.
Such a lipstick hoarder.
This is a bit of a bummer. I have a lot of lipsticks.
I don't like to throw away my lipsticks ever.
But again, it does show you what to watch when you go to the store and you buy and think about this question. Can I use these 10 tubes within a year?
Yes, you can.
And the answer is no. The answer is no, you can't. So you need to think of your basics and what you're going to do. And if you want to treat yourself, I get that too, but only treat yourself with one. We don't need 10 treats.
You got a sad face going on. I'm like,
but what about this? I'm saving you money, and then you can use your money on a good skincare product.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Lipstick liners. That's a different category.
Okay.
That should also be tossed after a year.
Okay.
So I was thinking about this as I was writing this. You're literally eating your lipstick and your liner. I mean, where's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of it goes on your glass.
Right.
But it going on your fork. It's going on your spoon. You're licking your lips.
Oh, yeah.
You're eating it, right?
Right.
So I think 2 years is good for that mark. But unless now it looks funky, discolored, or the texture or the color's off, you want to toss that. But if you're eating them thinking, if I'm sick, like, is that?
Oh.
Like, so expired lipstick can harbor bacteria, cause skin irritations, infections, and breakouts.
Wow.
Now, the expiration even applies to unopened lipstick. So if still unopened, you still want to toss it after 2 years.
Wow.
If your lipstick is drier, though, I have a tip for you.
Okay.
You can revive an old lipstick. Add 4 to 5 drops of cold pressed coconut oil to bring back your lipstick. It'll bring back it to life.
Ooh.
Another tip is you can also add fresh aloe vera to your dried lipstick, and that will nourish your lips. So that's a huge plus with that.
I like those 2 tips.
But other than that, I want you to toss out those lipstick. This is kind of getting gross because there's literally microorganisms that are growing on them. So I went and looked up scientific. This will help you make this decision.
That's true.
There's a study I found. They sampled 80 blinded lipsticks, means that the expiration was barred from the study, right?
Okay.
Of this study, 93% had positive yuckies on them, as I call it, or more specifically, bacterial growth, just yuckies.
Really?
So that is very interesting. And then I just think maybe I got sick because I ate my lipstick bacteria. It's just a thought I had.
It also makes you want to not share lipsticks with your friends.
Right? Really good point.
Right? Not between us two, because that's different. Like,
I don't really go into your lipsticks. I should just like chapstick. But
okay, that was a dig.
It was a dig.
There's
barely lipstick in Ashley's thing. But yeah, because your friend may have an old lipstick and then you're also transferring bacteria.
Yeah,
so
right?
just think when you see that or whatever, there's little microorganisms like, ugh, it makes me want to just pop this into my sanitizer, my lipsticks,
right?
My sterilizer, actually. I think I may start doing that. Just kill those up. That just had that thought. What if I could kill the bacteria? Could it last longer?
Yeah, probably.
And then with your eyeliner, of course, sharpen them to make it last. Do you know what I'm saying? Like sharpen those so that bacteria isn't there.
Oh, yeah.
And your lip liner, sharpen that too. So just look for that. Cream-based makeup. So you think about your cream blushes, your concealers. Those are between 6 months and a year. Powder makeup. Those are up to 2 years. This would be like your bronzers, your powder blushes, and your setting powders. So go through those. Sunscreens. You know, this is a big one because we are sunscreen advocates. You really do not want to go past a year.
Okay.
Look on the expiration date.
Sense.
Makes sense.
I'm actually good about that one.
Are you past that? It can lose its efficacy. Now, this is just one thing I'm just not messing around with, expired sunscreen. So watch those, because I think we're tempted to sometimes buy those in bulk.
Yes.
But think about, am I going to use all of these in a year? Like, how long does it take me to truly go through a whole thing of sunscreen? And I think, to me personally, I use a different one on my face than my body. Mm-hmm. So I use a more one made for my face, and is usually in a smaller bottle than the one for my body is like a larger one. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Okay, Ashley, I have a trick question for you. Well, I shouldn't have told you it was a trick question. I should have just said it. So let's talk about nail polishes.
Okay.
If it's unopened, how long do you think a nail polish is good for?
Oh, if it's unopened?
If it's unopened.
I feel like that would be really long because it's got, stuff in there. I would say like 5 years.
Pretty close. Like there's no really expiration date.
There's no expiration date?
Yeah, according to what I looked up.
Oh, well, that's good.
So squash me if I'm wrong, but it definitely.
I feel like, because that makes sense to me, because it's got you can smell it when you open it. And then also
that's true.
right?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, I feel like that would be longer. Go ahead.
What about if it's opened? How long do you think?
Oh, if it's opened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I actually know that it does expire because I've worked at your spa and I was like, and I toss stuff out. So if it's opened, I would say 6 months.
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Okay. And then here, and you'll probably answer this, but why did you toss it out? Because of why?
Because I saw the separation in the jar, in the bottle. That's
and you
when
knew that.
And I tossed it out.
And also, have you ever experienced this? You are polishing your nails and it's real thick.
Yeah.
It's expired.
Okay.
It's because what happens is the ingredients start to like break down, they evaporate and stuff. So it just poses that question. I always pose these questions pop up when I write this stuff. I'm like, you know, when you go to the nail salon and the nail lady is like trying to thin it out.
Oh.
Like the polish is super thick or they barely have, or it's cracked or whatever. I'm like this, that means your polish is expired. Okay. Pass. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So make sure it's a good polish. I've experienced that. There's like this really super thick, you know, they have hundreds of polishes.
Yeah.
Right? Really good selection. Well, not all of those are going to, I mean, people probably pick the same ones.
Right.
And then the others are there for a long time.
Yes.
So if your polish is going on gooey and thick at the nail salon, maybe just pick another polish.
Right.
That would be an awkward conversation though. I think that your polish is expired because it's too thick. Wouldn't that be
Well, what I try to do is when I get my nails done is look at the bottle and see the separation. And then so I'm like, okay, I'm not going for that one.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Or you know what? You could open it and kind of, if it's thick coming out, good observation. Yeah. Good point, Ashley.
So that you don't have to have that awkward conversation.
Yeah, that's an awkward conversation. Here's another trick question. This is a tricky one.
I passed the other one, so I'm feeling confident myself.
Okay, good. I think you'll get this one. How long will your makeup brushes last?
Makeup brushes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I would think a long time. Like, I'm going to say 5 years.
Indefinitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if they're falling apart, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, whatever. Too. Now, make sure to wash them often, obviously, to remove bacteria. And I have a trick for you, though, what I do. So if I'm being honest, okay, they say to wash them every week. A lot of people don't do that. I know you don't do that. I'm whispering.
I don't do that.
I know. I'm not saying you, Ashley. I'm talking to you.
The listener.
We know you don't do this. But some of them are like, yes, I do.
Some of y'all do. I'm sure some of y'all do.
You may have had a good month. But I'm going to give you a tip. Make it last in between those washes. Okay. This is what I do. I talk about this a lot, but I plop them in my Munchkin sterilizer.
Okay.
Now, I talk about this dang baby sterilizer all the time because it's awesome sauce, but don't be fooled by the baby part.
People are getting confused.
They're getting caught up.
They're like, I don't have a baby, Lindsay.
You don't have to have a baby. I would get this even if I didn't have a baby. It's the Munchkin sterilizer. It's so awesome. I literally have 2 of them. I have one upstairs and downstairs. It's like one of my favorite finds. You know how one of my favorite finds last year was manicurist? Yeah. I love it. And OneSkin. Oh my gosh, my Munchkin sterilizer. Do you notice how I'm saying sterilizer, not sanitizer?
So if you still owned your spa, you would have this in your spa, you know?
Well, yes and no. The reason I say no is because it's a spa. So I need I have an autoclave. Like it was a large one.
No, I remember the large one that you had, but you could have this one like for just like the little stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I think
just
it's
for like
great.
the pens. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Not for the tools because you had a awesome sterilizer. Did you sell that too?
No, the spa has that. Yeah.
Because I was like, ooh, I want that.
And nope, they got everything.
That was awesome. I love that.
But this one is better because it's like smaller. So it's convenient in the house. You can fold it up. Anyway, I talked about this on the Valentine's Day episode. Go listen to it. This is a sterilizer. So it also posed another question. I need to do a podcast episode because we just don't have time today, is the difference between a sterilizer and a sanitizer.
Ooh, yes, you do.
I want to tell you the difference. Ooh. I want to tell you what that means, how to sterilize, how to sanitize. I
love that.
And there's a difference. This is a sterilizer, which is amazing. So I put my brushes in the sterilizer.
Okay.
It's so easy. You literally just pop them in. It's dry. You're not dealing with water or anything. It's 5 minutes. So
I love that tip.
Okay. So I thought I wanted to share with you. So just to kind of review, if there isn't a date listed on any of your products that we talked about, so look for that 3M, 6M, 9M. There isn't that, then here's a few things to know if it's expired. The product will have a unique smell. Just like food, it smells, funny. Toss it. If the texture is off. So for example, my personal primer that I use is just started lately getting really pilly. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I hate that pilly look.
Me too.
I can't stand that. And you're like, thanks a lot. I've got all my skincare on and now you've got a pill on my face. Now it looks like I'm like shedding for life, like all over my skin.
Yeah.
Like I have super dry skin. So I know I need to toss it because why didn't I toss it at that moment? Why did I put it back in my cabinet?
Right.
Because as I wrote that, I go, Lindsay, that obviously is not good anymore. Why didn't I not just
I think
throw
it's
it
because
away?
you're like, okay, I've got the color. There's still more left in the case. You see what I'm saying? So if there's still powder in there, you're like, no, I've got more to use.
Yeah, but I have it back up because I'm a hoarder, skin hoarder, makeup hoarder. So anyway, I'm going to toss it today.
Okay.
I'm getting that teal eyeliner out and I'm going to toss it. I'm pretty organized right now just because I had to, I'll tell you a little bit what I did, but I've organized and I've gone through stuff, but I'm also thinking of a few things that even after I organize, I know I'm not going to use someone to get rid of those.
Right.
So my primer just happened. That's one of them. If your powder foundations get that crumbly look, it's mostly expired too. Go ahead and look at that. And also if your foundation has thickened, that's a red flag to toss too. Now, you know how the color, so you know how with some of your food, it turns colors from oxidization. Yeah. So like your bananas when exposed to air, your avocados and stuff like that. This can also apply to your makeup. So let's say if your foundation, for example, if it's looking a little brassy or orange, when you apply it, then toss that.
So that's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Interesting.
Yeah. So here's the bottom line. The bottom line is don't buy too much at once when it comes to skincare and makeup.
That's such a good tip.
Remember at the top, I said I'm going to save you money.
Yeah.
So buy what you need and maybe a fun 1 or 2 items. And then I want you to do this. I want you to be realistic. And I want you to ask yourself, am I truly going to be able to use this within the expiration date?
Okay.
And that will hopefully help you when Black Friday comes or all these sales come and Mother's Day is coming up and whatever. Even though the products that we talk about, make sure that you need them and that you'll use them within the expiration date. I feel like that's
I like that.
So you're welcome. I have just saved you like hundreds of dollars because it's a probably $1 trillion industry and it's because of us.
I literally could buy skincare every week.
Every week.
Like,
so now
I even shop when I'm at Earth Fair.
That's why
listen, this is funny. So I don't order my groceries online. I like to go into the store and pick them out. I'm one of the old like fashion people like that. So, and my husband is like, this is funny. My husband will not let me go to the grocery store by myself because I will get things that are not on the list.
Oh man, I'm the same way.
So when he is checking out, I'm always in the skincare aisle because it's at Earth Fair, the organic grocery store. And so I'm always looking at their skincare and just like, that looks so good.
It looks good.
Fun.
It's so tempting. And if it's, especially if it's a new brand or new line, you're like, I want to try that.
So I'm always in there every week. I'm looking at the hair stuff, the skincare stuff, all that stuff.
Oh, I went to Target the other day and I went in to get my eye makeup remover that I'm out of. And I don't even know how I got on the other aisles of the skincare and beauty. I'm like, oh, and I actually took a picture. If you saw it on the Instagram, I saw this hero brand. I was like, oh, I need to try this. Could you imagine me going? Cause I'm do research for a living. So I'm like, I need to try this brand and this brand. I'm like, oh my gosh, my skin can't handle this.
Right. Yeah.
There's been a few times, y'all, when my skin
I need a third eye because I've got all this eye cream.
Yeah. There's been a few times where I thought my skin is a mess because I'm trying this product that completely broke it out. Oh my gosh. So now that your bra has dwindled down, let's do one thing first and we're going to go get to organizing. I want you to go ahead with all of your remaining items that we're going to put back. And I want you to clean the bottles and the caps. It'll make you feel better to just spray some white vinegar on paper towel to clean up all the gunk accumulated. We know that you've got some funky stuff on all your stuff because you are getting a product. And then, I mean, I'm guilty of this. You don't wash your hands in between.
Oily hands on something.
Yeah. So we're all guilty of this. So this is the time to get off that stuff. Now the fun part, we're going to organize. So here's what I currently do. Personally, I have a skin fridge. So I go through the skin fridge also and I wipe it clean, make sure everything's good. And then I edit all my skincare and I like to put, of course, the things that need to be in there, like my eye mask, like, the disposable one, my ice roller, all those cold items. But I also like some skincare products in there too. My vitamin C, I like it in there. It reduces inflammation, the coolness on my skin. So certain things, especially my AM routine, I like to have them cooler. Sometimes this sounds crazy. Sometimes I even like a lip balm. I know it's a little bit harder, but I just like the coolness of the balm going on my lips in a cooler.
It's my favorite thing to do when I go in your skincare fridge is for the lip balm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. For your dry items, I have both a skincare and beauty cabinet, but I also have an additional 3-tier rolling cart, and the link is in the podcast notes. And the reason,
excuse me, I have the reason
why that is why cart. I just giggled, because I had a vision of my skincare cart, which is, listen, 3 tiers, and Ashley's. I went over to her house. She has a 5-tier rolling cart, and she has 3 of them side by side. So this is the one person that goes up to my room and gets in all my stuff, but you go to her house and it is.
Oh, I have a store.
You have a store. So I don't feel bad for you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love it.
Yeah, you love it. And it's not just all products. It's other stuff too.
I've got beauty tools.
You got beauty tools and skincare tools and stuff like that. But it really is.
You can say, like, I'll never forget one of my neighbors walked into my bathroom and she goes, oh my gosh, what? I go, you don't have this stuff? Like, I looked at her like, what's wrong with you? And she goes, no, Ashley.
Yeah.
And then she's like this, can I try some stuff? Yeah, it's so funny.
And she's like, I don't know. This is an addition.
And then everybody always wants to, can we have a spa day, Ashley? I'm like,
that's so funny.
Isn't that funny?
You know, what's also funny? This is an addition to what's already in your shower, on your counter, and underneath your sink.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So it's time for you to edit.
I don't want to edit, but you're right. I need to edit, and I'm going to after this podcast. This was like an intervention.
Yeah. This is what the name of the show, Skincare and Beauty Makeup Intervention.
Yeah.
All right. So now you want to organize everything. So I like the 3-tier rolling cart. And the reason is it just holds, for me, it holds my overflow items, and it holds the ones that I just want to pull out really fast. And I don't even want to open the drawer. Like, I don't have time to open the drawer. I just go to my cart. Boom. I put it in.
Me too. I love it. It's so.
For my skincare and beauty cabinets, I use a combination of these bins from Target. I really like these. Okay. They have these narrow, long ones. I linked them all below, so you don't have to hunt for those in the notes. I did these, and I put my lipsticks and my glosses in those.
I didn't see those links, so you'll have to show me after the show.
Oh yeah, I have them in there because I just added them right before.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I know people are gonna like, oh well, which ones are they? Yeah. So like, they're these thin, narrow ones, but they're long. I really like those. And then what I do is I put a medium-sized bin in one of my drawers, and then I fill it with these like mini small storage trays, and that way things aren't falling over all the place.
I'm so glad you linked those because yours looks so good.
Thank you.
And I tried to find them a couple of months ago when I got mine, and I just looked like I just went down a rabbit hole looking for the bins, and then finally I was like, it's so much.
When I tried to find this on Target and I typed in organizational bins because I was like, okay, which ones do I have? It was 28 pages.
Yes,
and
that's what I'm saying. So I'm glad that you found the ones that you use, because that's what you told me to do. Yeah, because you go, just look them up. They're organization bins. And I'm like,
So anyway, they're so perfect. I like to. Now, here's another thing that I do. This is me personally. Everybody has their quirks. This is what I do. When I was eating dairy, I loved these glass. It was this yogurt. It was European yogurt, and it came in these glass jars.
The OUI.
Oh yes, I love those.
I will tell you something though. They've got a lot of sugar in them.
They do. They were delicious.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
they are a dessert.
They are a dessert. I love, especially the vanilla. Yum, so good. Because it reminds me of when Ash and I were in Paris, and I had the best yogurt of my life in Paris.
I don't remember that. Okay.
You don't remember that because you were in the hospital and I was in the cafeteria having the best yogurt of my life.
Stinker. I'm in the hospital. I'm in a French hospital and you're in the cafeteria.
I had to eat because we were there so long. And all it was, y'all, is Ashley.
Did that.
I'm sorry, I have to say this. The reason we went to the hospital in Paris is because Ashley didn't eat enough and she needed a better. They're like, we gave her a tuna sandwich. I thought, I'm going to kill you. We could have been literally staring at the Mona Lisa right now. That is a story for another day, but that is the way our life goes. Anyway, that was at least I got to experience French yogurt. It was so rich, thick, and delicious. This is not the point. The point is these little jars that they come in, they are perfect because I clean them out and wash them, obviously. And I love them. I don't know if you've noticed this, but that's what holds my Q-tips upstairs.
Oh.
And it holds my cotton rounds, and it holds, so my primers are in like a tube. Mm-hmm. So it holds my primers upright so they're not down. So I like to keep my tubes upright so I can see them. And I absolutely love it. And it also have one with all my mascaras and my eyeliners. It's like upright. I can just pull them out.
And the jars are really pretty.
And the jars are pretty. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that is my tip. Now, another thing, if you want the home edit team, you know, the home edit.
Yeah.
They have really good organizational tools too. They have cool turntables, modular drawers, divided bins, and acrylic trays to check out. I put a few of those, and they are sold at mainly Crate and Barrel. I did see where they're in Walmart, which I thought was interesting. So I don't know what the difference is between the two of them. So I did the ones from Crate and Barrel, and you know, they know their stuff because that's what they do for a living.
That's true.
And so I linked some of their stuff. So I think Target. And so anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Those are my tips. I hope that helps. So I will be doing an episode on sanitation and sterilization as well, so we all know how to take care of our products that we are using. I hope that helps you today. And I've just given you what you can do for this weekend. That is your activity to stay organized. So thank you for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Until next time.
All right, wait, don't go quite yet. Have you subscribed to our newsletter? We have a newsletter where you get all of our exclusive tips mixed in with our tricks, our favorite hacks. Of course, they are so amazing. What products this esthetician is using straight to your inbox weekly. Of course, this is mixed in with sisterly fun, beautiful graphics, and Ashley's interesting memes. Oh my word, they are hysterical. All you have to do is go to our show notes, and we have the link to the newsletter there. You can also go to lindseyholder.com and sign up. That's lindseyholder.com, and that's Lindsey with an E to sign up today.